WNST, Towson, Baltimore, and Baltimore Positive. We are positively out in the Reisterstown corridor. If you're coming down 140, coming down the hill, going to Westminster, slow down a little bit, make a right, come on in. We're at Full Moon Pub. It's all brought to you by our friends at the Maryland Lottery. I'm giving away, they don't know it yet, but they're getting Show Me scratch-off tickets. You win 10 grand. Might be your lucky day. All brought to you by the Maryland Lottery, our friends at Goodwill. And everybody's worried about their hair here. I just pulled mine back. It's 100 degrees. We have fans blowing on us. It's all brought to you by our friends at Window Nation. I had windows installed today in my crib for the first time in 39 years in the building. We had all the windows out. Thank you, Window Nation, 866-90-NATION. And our friends at the Restaurant Association of Maryland, reminding you that from the 16th to the 25th, it won't be this hot, and deals will be happening, and there'll be hot deals all over the state. We'll be talking about that as the Crab Cake and Brewery Tour. This is the crab cake part. We're going to have a crab cake a little later on with John here. But in the meantime, part of the tour is getting to know neighborhoods, getting to know people, telling stories in places like this. And I've told the Barrett story a couple times, from Hunt Valley to Glendon, out to Bel Air, now here at Full Moon, 4 locations for the Barrett family. I said, well, we're not in Reisterstown now. It's giving me a good chance to call Ross Petticord, drag him over here and talk horse racing. But more than that, I love downtown Reisterstown. I've come to fairs and festivals. I've gone to the Cow and gotten, because on a day like today, you got to cool down, right?
Exactly.
Crystal Micriotti is here. She is the Main Street manager in her own artsy handwriting. And Kathy Gambrill's here from the Reisterstown, not Registerstown, as one sportscaster once said, Improvement Association. Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Hi.
Is it always this hot in Reisterstown?
Not
No.
always.
Well,
It's okay. Fans are going.
I'm looking down the hill. Trees are moving, so I know that there's a breeze beyond these fans here. But I knew when you came on, I saw you were coming on, Kristen. I said, we're going to have an artist on.
Yes.
So I looked at your photography, looked at your
Oh,
work.
no, stalker.
LinkedIn is not stalking, it's research. So I did the research on this.
Love
and
it.
somebody came up to you and said, beautiful mural. So let's start with this. What do you do? What is the Main Street manager?
Well, I cannot take credit for the murals.
Okay.
But I do work with the artists that we brought on to paint the murals in Reisterstown. So this is the first time that we've had 2 artists come on, get a grant, win a contest, and actually paint murals on our main street. And they're beautiful.
Can I ask, this is a flippant question. How do you feel about graffiti? Like when you're on a subway in New York and you see it, I always think like there's a lot of effort in that. And I know murals like I was down in Wynwood in Miami a number of years ago, and the murals were going up in areas that were maybe not so attractive and probably graffitied, if not blighted in some way, that art sort of wakes things up in a way.
It does.
And look, I was in Annapolis 2 nights ago, and I saw the mural there. I was in Cambridge, and I saw the mural there. And I see these murals that mark history, location. And Catonsville had a very controversial mural, next to the Beaumont. This has become something that in Dundalk in the 1980s, where I'm from, we had to talk about murals and stuff, but it's become a conversation piece
Street
for
art.
every community,
Yeah,
right?
it was street art, and then it's community art. I ran a mural company for a couple of years, and we did murals all over Baltimore. It's paid. It's paying artists that would normally go out there and make an area that might have been run down, or an area that needs some attention, or a building that just looks lonely, and bringing color.
And bragging about what's there, the good things that
absolutely.
are there, right?
The murals that we picked represent historic elements to Reisterstown.
They're heritage pieces.
Absolutely.
They really are.
And then the other one across the street, the historic mural was done by Erin May, and she does a lot of very detailed
Tell me about the
historic
murals,
work.
because I'm going to pay attention when I drive
Sure.
through. I was up in Hampstead about 10 weeks ago. I did the crab cake tour at Greenmount Station. So sometimes I take the bypass. The road tells me to do that. The road tells me to go up and around and past
Listen to
Glendon
it.
Grill, and then the next thing you know, there's farms and farms and deer and farms and
Correct.
And then if you get to Hampstead the right time of year, is my favorite thing, Christmas lights.
Nice.
I always say that when I go to Hampstead. It's like, feels like Christmas, man. Feels like a Christmas village when I drive through. There's Joseph A. Bank, and then there's like the village. You know? But for light and for art, I remember when Firenze was happening in your neck of the woods.
Right.
Those beautiful Italian lights in the background, right?
Yes.
The art is important to what we do,
Yes.
and that's a part of your role. I know you do more than that. And Kathy, feel free to jump in at any point here as the Secretary of Traffic, making things happen here. What do you do, Kathy?
Okay, I am one of the founding members of RIA. We've been doing this since 2010.
What was the impetus? So you say a founding member. That means y'all got together with an idea and a concept and said we're going to do something.
7 of us got together when the county proposed that we have a meeting to talk about planning. And then they had to stop and do, I forget what it was, it wasn't the census, it was the 10-year report.
That's a census.
Yes, and we decided they couldn't help us anymore, or they had to put us on hold, so we decided to form our own organization. So we did.
Goals. What were your goals at the time? What did you want to accomplish?
We wanted to
I've
make...
always thought Reisterstown's lovely.
We
like
wanted to
when
make...
I come through, Harriman House, I've done shows there forever. I mean, I've mentioned to stop by the cow dozens of times passing through there. I drive through and think, this is beautiful. I'd live here all the time.
Well, we want more people to feel that way.
For sure.
Yes. We want more businesses.
Economic vitality.
Economic vitality. We want to fill the vacancies we have. We want new sidewalks. We want underground utilities.
Yes, we do.
So we have a long list of
underground utilities. That's
Yeah.
an interesting. That's
That's
a
the
little
big
different
one.
than all
That's
the
our
rest
big
of
goal. That's our big project that we'll get someday.
Why?
Clean up our street.
it looks better,
Okay.
and then people want to be there.
Yeah.
We
Well, I know when a
want
tree falls
parking.
where I am, I lose my power. So there's that. Where I am, I have trees.
We want parking, free parking for.
Businesses.
But we can't put parking in. We need the county to help us with parking. So we
formed an
lobbying for
organization.
that.
10 years old, 12 years old now, maybe?
2010, so we're 12. But 2 years ago, we became a Main Street, Maryland town. And
What does that mean?
That means that we are part of the bigger picture in Maryland, and we can apply for bigger grants and receive them. And we have.
We're recognized.
Like
We're
a
state
business
recognized.
empowerment area, right?
Yes.
Crystal Micriotti's here. The voice you're hearing is Kathy Gambrill, correct?
Kathy Gambrill.
All right. Gambrill.
Yes.
Is that right? I want to get the pronunciation
No, you're
right.
correct. You said it right the
Boy,
first
people
time.
get both. I'm Nestor Aparicio. You 1 for 2, and I feel good. You get either one of them right. Main Street Manager, tell us what's going on in Reisterstown, because part of coming out here is I am a little bit on the freeway out here. I've been to Full Moon. I was telling a story. Todd Heap, back when he played for the Ravens, we sat on a little swing over there and did some radio about 15 years ago back in the day. But I know for Reisterstown, for every community, COVID was tough.
It was.
You know, part of Baltimore Positive being born out of this was curbside. When football went away, baseball went away, sports went away, I'm like, we got to keep business in business.
Correct.
And we lost a lot of businesses during COVID. Give me a little update on what I'm going to find when I come over there.
Well, fortunately, Reisterstown did not lose any businesses during COVID. We actually had, 8 businesses open
8
up?
businesses.
You're
reopened.
plus.
Yes.
Yes.
That's hard to do.
Yeah,
Not a lot of communities can say that.
No, they cannot. We were very impressed with the people that decided to take a risk and open their shop in Reisterstown, or say whatever with the pandemic and follow their dream. And I think we're thriving now.
So why do folks come to you? If I want to open a business, do I come to you? And what I would reach to you in regard to what events, what things would you involve in?
Well,
She brought flyers.
I did bring
I love
stuff.
it.
We do facade improvements with a lot of our businesses on our main street, so you can apply for a grant, and we take old buildings that have been sitting there
So
maybe
you get
for
a grant.
sale.
Grant's an important word.
Yes,
It is.
And
This is
we
the
match.
This
we
is the
match
world
people.
trying to help you
Yes,
make your business better.
Exactly, and we match you. And we've
I
worked
love
with
this.
the Maryland Horse. We've worked with the Ionic Lodge. I have several examples here of the different buildings that we've been able to transform in just the last 2 years with these facade improvement grants, and that's a continuing program with us. You can come to us. We are setting up, like I said, murals and community
Reisterstown
art.
was established in 1758.
Yeah.
Look at that.
We were a drive-through town to get from
Is that a raccoon?
Pennsylvania to...
Yes.
He was outside on my bird feeder last
Well, now
night.
he's on the wall.
That's the one right there. He's cute. I got pictures of him.
That mural was done by Kaylin Montagna.
I would say your main street is, I would say, it's so unique because of the school front, right? Was a school, was it not? This building? Was that
Yes.
not a school?
Still a school.
Still
It's
a school.
still a school.
Right.
Yeah.
I like.
That school
You both
is where...
looked at me like it's not a school
No, no,
anymore.
no,
I'm
well-
like, please don't tell me it's not a school.
That school is where we still hold our Music on Main concerts that happen every Friday.
See, I know about these. I went to this
Uh-huh.
once a
Good.
long time ago.
Every Friday. We bring out a couple thousand people, and we have raffle door prizes and food trucks, and it's family, and it's free, and we just invite everybody to come out and just bring a chair and
I
just
did
sit.
my show at Greenmount Station in Hampstead and I was driving back one day, and I got sort of, you stop everything detoured. You can't go through. You either have to go around, or you're like, hey, I'm in the mood for the cow.
Or
hey, I'm going to park my car,
right?
So I literally drove through the middle of this and discovered it. And
it brings a lot of people.
And Nancy would shoot me right now over in Towson if I don't mention Feet on the Street in Towson. But these events, and I'm in Catonsville all the time. State Fair doing things over there. They have a music heritage going on.
Yep.
And they're Main Street. What's it?
Main Street, Maryland
Main
town.
Street, Maryland town, right?
I don't know if Catonsville is.
They should be if they're not. They better be.
Okay.
If they're not, I'm going to apply on behalf of Eric Ebersole and,
No,
and
I'm
everybody
sure
over
they
there.
are.
So your events, how long do these go, the Friday nights?
6:30 to 9:30.
No, into the calendar year.
Oh, until August. The last one, this year we're doing 10 shows. The last one will be August 26th.
Okay.
So
we have
yeah,
a couple
4
weeks.
more.
All right.
Yeah, 1 month left.
She's looking at me like she's going to be mad at me if I don't come out.
Well, because I've told you about it now, and you have to be there. Plus, we have lots of swag. We give away lots of prizes. There's delicious food, usually by
Marjorie,
local
do
food
I have a
trucks.
crab cake anywhere up here on a Friday? I think we do, don't we? You know what? This is true. I'm going to plug my own tour. I'm going to plug the Maryland Lottery, Goodwill, Window Nation, our Friends
Come
of Restaurant
set up and
Association.
talk to people at
Hold
the
on, let me
Music
get the
on
date
Main.
right. Let me get the date right here, because I'm going to promote another area that should be Main Street, Westminster. I'm going to be in Westminster on the 26th at Rock Salt Grill.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, just hear me out on this, all right, because it's convenient. I'm going to be at Rock Salt from 2 until 5 doing this.
Oh, you got plenty of
Not
time.
with guests this good, probably. Don't
You
tell
got
them
plenty
that.
of time.
Unless Sam Cooke shows up, then it'll be a good guest. And then I'm going to the Pharmacy Brewery.
Uh-huh.
Now that's a Reisterstown. It's allegedly, it's on the other side of Reisterstown. Reisterstown's big, damn. And then I'm doing that. And then I have to come back through Reisterstown. So what band? This is a 26. This is like when Led Zeppelin
It's the
plays
last
Stairway to
one.
Heaven at the end. Sort of like the encore.
Different sisters?
Different sisters. Can I be a brother to the sisters?
You have to ask them.
It's a good band.
I'm sure they wouldn't oppose.
I thought you were an artist. What's wrong with you?
I'm sure they wouldn't oppose.
Keep that up. You're going to be a starving artist here. Crystal Micriotti, tell me about your art and your photography, because I did look it up. And I said to Marjorie, I said, she's an artist. She's going to be a fine guest. That's why I was up. I wasn't like perving. I was just like doing research, and I'm like, what is she going to like talk about?
I appreciate it. I have actually spent many years of my life doing this. I went to art school. I went to the Maryland Institute College of
Micah.
Art. Yes. I went back much later in life.
My sister-in-law went to Micah.
Okay. Yeah.
her
Everyone
free
knows
ranch.
somebody that owes them a lot of money. So that's that's my
We all have that in
experience
common,
with
right?
Micah. Yes. And then I worked in the community arts. I was a nonprofit arts teacher through the city for years. I ran a mural company. And because I worked in the arts, I also had to work nights bartending. So I did that for years. And I turned it into...
I'm thirsty. It's a brewery tour.
I turned it into an art experience, and I spent 5 years collecting photographs and stories of all of the people that came through my bar and getting to know all of them and putting them together as a book that someday I will publish, these
They were
hundreds
their
of
own
photographs. Yeah, and it became an art piece, and so whatever I've wound up doing has been somehow involving the community. So when I moved to Reisterstown, I brought a giant cicada to Mary and Kathy before I had this job, and I said, can I hang this? And they said, absolutely.
Not the kind of cicada that were in the trees.
Yeah, it was a big sculpture of a cicada, and I said, can I hang
Did it
this?
have beady little eyes?
It had rhinestone eyes and glitter, lots of glitter.
I want to see a picture of this.
Her name is
pictures.
Indiglow, and it's on our webpage, reisterstown.com.
Well, they only come every 17 years, so you
Well,
got
that's
to
what-
embrace them.
That's why we made sculptures, and they said absolutely. And next thing you know, I wound up talking to them, and I told them about my art background and my community work, and this just kind of fell into the perfect position for me, because now I get to bring that to my neighborhood. I get to raise my family in a neighborhood that I'm getting to see changes happening, that I'm getting to vision change, artwork. We do workshops now. We've done mosaics, which was always a dream of mine, to have mosaics up and down Main Street, and now we've done it.
I want an art teacher like you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mosaic planters, murals, the things you see in Reisterstown.
Sculptures,
Crystal
we have a new
Micriotti's part
park.
of that. Kathy Gambrill's here. Gambrill is here as well from Reisterstown. What makes Reisterstown great? I mean, I asked this question for any neighborhood where people live, like it's sort of like a John Mellencamp thing. You know, I live in a small town. What makes my town great?
It is a small town,
It
and
is very.
everyone knows everyone.
Yes, they do.
Everyone is either related, or they know each other.
Or they know your mom.
Or they know your mom. Yes.
Terrible.
And we all live in Reisterstown, and this is our town, so
Yes.
we're trying to make it better.
Well,
Yep.
I'm going to stop by on the 26th.
Please.
Good.
I'm not just like blowing smoke.
No, we'll look for
I
you.
can't not because it's on the way. I got no excuse.
Sure. I should mention a few things. Like it's all volunteers. Everyone that does this, it's for the love of their town. So literally people come out for all of our events. They come out for cleanups once a month. We walk up and down Main Street, clean the streets. We
Is there
have
going to be lemonade there?
Franklin Woodland Trails. They
We
come
will
out and
have
clean the
lemonade
trails.
if
I'm
you
drinking
want it.
too much this month. I got to have a lemonade to square this off or something.
If you come, we will have lemonade.
Absolutely.
All right. Maybe
We
we'll
also
do
have a
little peppermint
farmer's
steak?
market on Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Through
My wife
October.
would love to hear that.
Yes.
You got gold watermelon in yet?
Probably. It changes every week.
Gold watermelon is the true delicacy. I mean, I'm eating crab cakes every day. I'm drinking
Gotta
beer.
wash it down with some watermelon.
Gold
Yeah.
watermelon. Yeah, gold
I
watermelon?
don't think I've had gold.
No, but
Okay, see, this
I
is
will
where
I'm
try
interested.
this.
See, you came today thinking you were going to teach me. Let me be the teacher.
Not
for
at
a
all.
moment, okay?
Okay.
Gold watermelon is the secret of August, along with peach cake. You got peach cake? You got to come to East Baltimore and get some peach cake.
Peach cake.
Peach cake and gold watermelon. So I discovered gold watermelon in the Ravens press box about 10 years ago. They put it out, and it looked like pineapple. It was really, really gold. And I looked at it, I'm like, that's not a pineapple. It's got a rind. It looks like a watermelon. She's like, it's watermelon. It's delicious. Try it. It's sweeter.
I'm
It's
into
more
that.
like
Oh.
honey. It's
I'm
more
into
like
that. Yeah.
I'll
if
definitely try
watermelon were a honeydew. You know
I
what
guess
I mean?
I'll have to hit up some press boxes.
No, you just got to hit a
I'm into
farmer's
that.
market on
Yes.
Sunday.
I'm into that.
In
Sounds
Reisterstown.
good.
Gold watermelon.
Ask the watermelon guy when he beats on it and
Yes,
punches
yes,
it to
yes.
hear the sound and whatever that hollow thing you're supposed to
Uh-huh.
thump. You're
Yep.
supposed to just say, "You got any gold?" And he'll say, "I know you know what you're talking about."
Okay,
And
I
then-
had no
and They're a
idea.
little
Will
more
do.
round. They're a little more round.
Okay.
yeah.
Let me make a plug. We would like to have more food vendors. So food
What does that
vendors.
mean? What does one have to
call
do to be a
us.
food vendor?
You just have to have a food truck.
Yes, we have lots
And
of events
drive
that we
up.
do, and we're always inviting food vendors to come. And
You said you got kids,
post-COVID,
right? So instead of a lemonade stand, have a lemonade and gold watermelon stand. They'll sell out of the gold watermelon.
that's all. I guess we just need
$1
the
a
food truck,
slice,
Kathy.
buck a slice, cut it up, you know.
But we are making a plug. We do need people. We have so many events coming up. We have Spooktacular happening in the fall. We have
Where do I find you? What's the
Blooming
website?
Arts.
Go ahead. Reisterstown.com? Is that you?
www.reisterstown.com.
Reisterstown. I learned how to spell it.
Yes. Very
It's
good.
always a challenge. Still.
I remember Gary Thorne, the Oriole broadcaster, every single time there was a promotion, he would call it Reisterstown.
Register.
So it became like shtick on the radio
Yeah,
with my
sure.
host being like,
Where's Register?
well, we're having a big event in Reisterstown at the Chick-fil-A. Or, you know, he would just, whatever it was, he
Sure.
was reading the spot and he would say Reisterstown. And nobody, he's a Hall of Fame broadcaster. I don't think anybody ever said, "Psst, dude, people up,
You're
it's
wrong."
Reisters. Say it wrong. People can pronounce it wrong. There's no G in it.
It's when you type it, you add a couple of extra
Right.
I's or
Well,
S's.
it probably
switch
spell
around.
checks out to rain or, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Put that into ways.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Well, listen, give John a high five and a fist bump from Harriman House. Tell him I'll be over there. Get the cow people. Tell them I want a little ice cream on the bottom.
Come to
It's too
Music
high
Domain
out.
and set it up and talk to everybody. You'll love
What do
the
different
people that
sisters
you meet.
play? Are they like four
It's all rock
non-blondes?
and roll. Rock and roll.
I love rock and roll.
Yeah. It's all rock and roll.
It's all
and
rock.
it,
I
it
wore my Kansas
progressively
belt
gets.
buckle today. I have a classic rock belt buckle collection. It's my thing.
I think I changed Kansas off the radio today on my way in.
Did you turn Dust in the Wind
I
off?
sure did. I can't do that one again. I love it
close
though.
my eyes.
No, I can't. It
Only
makes me
for a
cry.
moment.
It makes me
And
cry.
the moment's gone.
It's that and Rick Springfield. They both make me tear up a little bit.
Probably for different reasons. Dr. Noah Drake. She's got a hold on...
Can't be Jesse's girl.
Crystal Micriotti is here. I knew she was going to be an artist and a great guest.
You knew
Kathy
that.
Gambrill is here
Yeah.
as well. They're from Reisterstown.com.
Thank
Make sure you
you.
go out there, check it out. The concert schedule, holding it up. I'm going to be there for music on Main
Yes,
Street.
you are.
Franklin Middle School, Main Street, and Cockeys Mill Road.
It's outside.
in
You can't
Reisterstown.
miss it.
Different sisters.
We stop the traffic.
Josh Christina Band on the 12th. Rick Alacar and the Post.
Yes.
Pronounce
He's like a
it.
rock and roll piano Elton John type vibe. It's going to be nice.
Rocking and rolling in
Telling you.
Reisterstown. I'm out here, Full Moon Pub and Grill. Now under the direction of the folks at Barrett's. It's all brought to you by our friends at Window Nation. I was wearing the hat earlier. I didn't want to mess up my hair. Our friends at Goodwill. And for being our guest on the program today, Kathy and Crystal are going to receive Maryland Lottery scratch-off tickets. You guys are 21, right? On ID, just check out here.
That's fine.
Let's all
quarter.
play. Get out and get yourself involved with some lottery. It's some fun. The Restaurant Association of Maryland is also sponsoring us. Restaurant Week is the 19th to the 25th of September, coming up next month. Crab cake today, beer tonight. I'll be at BC Brewery. Very, very thirsty because it's hot outside.
It's so
and I got to
hot.
drive back. John's going to be here. We're going to talk about the Barrett's crab cake, the full moon crab cake, the outdoor seating here, and the vibe of the place that you go down the hill and try to slow down and pull in, Full Moon Pub. We're back for more here on Baltimore Positive. Stay with us.